We recently got to sit down with one local individual that was born in Poland just days after World War II started.
Just like for so many others, it quickly became a story of survival. Take a look.
So here we are in the Warsaw Ghetto in a one-room apartment that wasn't totally bombed out. No mattresses, no heat, no light, and I'm still a baby. I have an older brother as well, who's about 7 years older, and he's kind of featured in the book that was written about the Gingold family. But anyway, so we're in the Warsaw Ghetto, and my dad, as I mentioned earlier, was kind of always anticipating and always thinking, how the heck do we get out of whatever situation that we're in? So, again, to make the story a little shorter, survival in the ghetto was very difficult.
So when you guys were making the trek from Warsaw in your first attempt to the Russian encampment area, how long would a trek like that take?
About 2 weeks.
By foot?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And so once you were there, were all of those Russian encampments all kind of, anyone who arrived there ended up being brought back to Warsaw?
Well, they were put on basically German trucks because of the non-aggression treaty, and they were brought back to Warsaw.
Wow.
Now, the Jewish people, aside from the Polish people that were also fleeing, were put into the Warsaw Ghetto. The Polish people were just put into Warsaw. Okay.
Now, how big was the Warsaw Ghetto?
Okay, well, let me describe a little bit about Warsaw without taking too much time. Warsaw, like I indicated, had a population of about 1.2, 1.3 million people at that time. And the Warsaw Ghetto was approximately a little over a square mile, approximately, so about 12, 13 blocks squared. And within that confines, which was about 2.5% of total geographic area of Warsaw, the Warsaw Ghetto, just 2.5%. It had, at the maximum time, 400,000 people, and the other 97.5% had the rest of the people, which were 2/3. So 1/3 of the people were in an area that was 2.5% the size of Warsaw.
Wow.
So the compression was very high. On the average, there were 7 to 9 people in one room in the Warsaw Ghetto. And there was a purpose for that by the Nazi regime, and that was to basically have people die, to confine them, but without using bullets, to have them perish. And let me again kind of describe the Warsaw Ghetto a little bit. Aside from that small area with a huge confined population, a wall was built around the ghetto area, a brick wall which varied anywhere from 10 to 11 feet and had barbed wire and glass shards. So the intent was not to let people out. At one time, that enclave had 32 entrances and exits. When the wall was put up, it had only 4.
Wow.
So the issue of control was the main purpose. Not only that, but also to have people die was the primary purpose. The major cause of people dying in the Warsaw Ghetto was starvation.